Somebody said, Amy, girl, you don't know what that man did in his past. See, that's why this person who just wrote that comment...
But God knows what you've done in your past.
I'm going to say it. That's why this person who wrote that comment will never get blessed like they supposed to.
Ever.
Everybody in the world got a past. But guess what? When you get into a relationship with somebody, you don't bring the past in the relationship.
Because his son made her boyfriend's son him off. Yeah, inappropriate misconduct of a minor or something like that is the charge. Yeah, I'm just curious as to where the son could have gotten it from, because that's predatory behavior.
To be the bearer of bad news, but the Dwight Howard allegations are real. If you don't know, Dwight Howard is being accused of essaying another man. Police documents were just released.
Whatever I'm doing in my bedroom is my damn business. Whatever you doing in your bedroom is your damn business. That ain't for everybody. That ain't for no websites. I don't gotta tell nobody where I put my wood at.
Rivers felt that Josh Smith dribbled it once.
Just when you thought Dwight Howard's personal life couldn't get any wilder, boom, he's back in the headlines, and this time it's because he's engaged. But the internet's not exactly throwing confetti. Reactions are split, and the whispers are loud. For years, folks have been talking about Dwight's alleged secret love life, from hush-hush stories about him dating men to that explosive lawsuit where a man accused him of an encounter that wasn't consensual.
So Dwight Howard is engaged to a woman. A woman. Okay? Because you know that's what they say he liked.
And now, Royce Reed, Dwight's ex and the mother of his son, jumped in swinging. She's claiming Dwight used to host wild, flashy parties, the kind you'd expect from music moguls. And yes, she says they happened right in front of their young boy. Royce is even poking fun at Dwight's new fiancée, and some fans are convinced this whole engagement is nothing but a business deal to slide Dwight back into the NBA locker room spotlight. So, is this engagement just a cover-up with a pretty bow on top? And what's the real tea Royce is spilling about Dwight's rumored secret lifestyle? Let's break it down. Dwight just shocked everyone by revealing he's putting a ring on rapper and reality star Amy Luciani. On December 20th, Amy went public with the engagement, posting glam photos and videos with Dwight all over Instagram. In her caption, she gushed, "I was enjoying you so much out of the public eye, but here we are." She went on, "Thank you for bringing me back to the word. Anything I say or fuss about, first thing you say is, did you pray about it?" Then I realized I hadn't been praying much lately at all. I'm just thankful, happy, and ready for everything that's coming our way. I prayed real deep on a Thursday, not knowing 2 days later God would send me a Bible-toting tattooed giant with the same heart and smile as me. As for Dwight, he stayed pretty quiet about the engagement. No long love letter, no gushy speech, just 2 pics with Amy and a simple red heart emoji. But that tiny caption still blew people's minds because nobody even knew Dwight was seeing someone, let alone a woman. For years, the streets have been buzzing about him supposedly living a down-low life. And those rumors got louder after a man accused him of trying to pull him into a wild encounter that allegedly involved a trans person. Then, just when the gossip pot was already boiling, his ex Royce Reed popped in with a jaw-dropping claim. She says she personally saw Dwight in a steamy situation right in front of their young son. That's the kind of claim you can't just scroll past. To back it up a bit, in 2021, a man named Stephen Harper slapped Dwight with a lawsuit. In it, Stephen accused Dwight of assault and claimed Dwight tried to push him into a threesome with another man dressed as a woman who went by Kitty. Court documents from Radar Online say Dwight slid into Stephen's DMs in May 2021, and from there, it was all flirty talk. The lawsuit says Dwight was on that freaky life vibe, even asking Stephen to send explicit pics. Dwight didn't fully deny it either. In his first response, he admitted they exchanged texts from May to July 2021, and yeah, some of those messages had graphic photos and videos. According to Stephen, things escalated on July 19th, when Dwight invited him over. He even showed text receipts and an Uber trip as proof. Dwight admitted they ended up in his bedroom, both stripped down, sharing kisses. But then Stephen says another man suddenly walked in, and that's when things really got intense. So here's where the story takes a serious turn. This person known as Kitty, dressed as a woman, allegedly switched up the whole plan. According to Stephen, Dwight suddenly suggested they all have a threesome, with Kitty jumping in first. Stephen says that's not what he signed up for. He thought he was only there for Dwight. But as things heated up, Stephen claims he saw Kitty start performing on Dwight, and he made it clear he didn't want to get involved. That's when Stephen says things got disturbing. Out of nowhere, Dwight allegedly began touching him in a way that made him feel completely uncomfortable. Stephen says he told Dwight to stop, but Dwight allegedly replied, "I'm going to do whatever and you're going to like it." The lawsuit paints a vivid picture. Dwight standing over Stephen, grabbing his thighs, yanking off his underwear, pinning him down, and then forcing a sexual act on him. Stephen's filing states he feared for his safety and felt trapped, while Dwight continued. Stephen also claims Dwight pressured him to return the act, and when he tried to call an Uber to leave, Dwight allegedly blocked him from doing so. Instead, Dwight supposedly had Kitty take Stephen home. The lawsuit hit Dwight with accusations of assault, battery, emotional distress, and false imprisonment. Dwight, on the other hand, told a very different story in court. He denied surprising Stephen with Kitty's presence, saying Stephen already knew Kitty would be there before even arriving. He also confirmed Kitty was a man dressed as a woman and admitted the three of them got intimate, but he insists it was completely consensual. Dwight rejected all claims of assault and demanded the case be thrown out. But here's the kicker. The story doesn't stop there. What makes this whole situation even more jaw-dropping is what Radar Online claims they found in court documents. While all this chaos was allegedly happening in Dwight's bedroom, at least one of his 5 kids was asleep somewhere else in the house. Dwight didn't directly address the accusations about inviting men over while his children were there, but he did fire back at the public for speculating about his personal life, calling people nosy and weird, and sure,
I'm not worried about who people spend their time with. Whatever I'm doing in my bedroom is my damn business. Whatever you doing in your bedroom is your damn business. That ain't for everybody. Y'all too damn nosy, worried about what I'm doing in my bed. Hell, the people who know what's going on in my bed, they know what the hell going on with my bed and what the hell I do in it. That ain't for everybody on the internet. That ain't for no blogs. That ain't for no websites. I don't gotta tell nobody where I put my wood at, since y'all wanna get to it. That ain't nobody business where I put my shit at. Y'all just weird. If you wanna know what people doing in their bedroom and who they messing with and sleeping with, you are weird. You're the weird one. Oh shoot, y'all heard about that? Dwight, they said Dwight was in a text messaging a guy. Nigga, who cares? Who cares who I was text messaging? You just mad because I want text messaging. Yo, ugly.
Dwight has a point. If 2 consenting adults do something behind closed doors, technically it's their business. But the industry wasn't letting it slide that easily. Even rapper Mace chimed in, hinting Dwight might be running some mind games on the public by insisting it's nobody's business, while knowing full well it would spark more questions.
The lies that are going on in society. We tell people it don't matter, but behind your back, it matters. And that's what we gotta first start off by saying. Like, you hear stats saying this, because what people do in their bedroom, that's between them. Not necessarily true, but I understand. You get what I'm saying? Because you're telling them it don't matter, but then it does matter. And anybody watching this knows it does matter. Even to people that participate, it matters. Because people will say, oh, it don't matter. And as soon as they find out, they're outing them, so it matters. You know, and when it comes down to making money off the story, it matters. When it comes down to who dating you is going to matter. When it comes down to look at Cam, but it's good to camera on Cam. When it comes down to if you're going to be in the locker room with them, it matters. Because there's about 30 teams that did not sign Dwight Howard because it matters.
Then came August 2024, and just like that, Dwight got Stephen's lawsuit dismissed with prejudice, meaning it was closed for good. But before anyone could celebrate, the story took another wild twist. Royce Reed, one of Dwight's baby mothers, came out swinging, claiming Dwight used to host Diddy-style freak-off parties while their young son Braylon was inside the house.
So when you sit here and you think that I'm bitter about him being engaged to somebody else, it's a cycle. It's a PR stunt. And he's gonna probably follow through with it. But it's because he knows that the real about him is coming out. Ask him about Ray Edwards and their parties. Ask him about the red dress that he wore during a Diddy party. Like, we're not gonna do that. I know too much, and the reason I'm talking now is because if something happens to me.
Royce dropped the details during a Vlad TV interview, saying that during the COVID lockdown, when most of us couldn't even visit family, Dwight was allegedly throwing massive parties with every pronoun in attendance. She was staying in the guest house at the time, and one day after waking up from a nap, she says she walked into the main house and found it packed with people doing all kinds of X-rated things. Then came the part that had her truly shook. She claimed she spotted a table covered with what looked like substance paraphernalia and peanut butter. Royce says she immediately asked Dwight where their son was, but according to her, he just brushed it off like it didn't even matter. Royce says she eventually found her son Braylon, who told her he had just gone downstairs to grab a snack, but also asked her why his dad was being so mean. That hit her hard. And according to Royce, one of the people partying with Dwight that night was none other than controversial polygamist influencer Kevin Wesley. But it didn't stop there. Royce claims the vibe at that party was completely out of control. She says one of Dwight's friends even threatened to shoot up the whole house, and that was the breaking point. She knew she had to grab her son and get out immediately. According to Royce, Dwight allegedly tried to stop her from leaving and even attempted to intimidate her. But she wasn't sticking around to take chances when her child's safety was on the line. And then came a twist no one saw coming. Reports surfaced later saying Braylon was involved in inappropriate behavior with another boy, which led to Royce being hit with child neglect charges. In March 2022, the Shade Room obtained court records revealing Braylon allegedly had a past pattern of such incidents, including one where he was accused of pressuring the son of Royce's boyfriend into doing something inappropriate while at her home. The documents also claimed Braylon told investigators that anger sometimes triggered him to act out. Authorities eventually ruled that Braylon could not have contact with anyone 2 or more years younger than him, and the son of Royce's boyfriend fell into that restricted category. Royce, however, addressed this in her Vlad TV interview, saying she actually discovered something was wrong 2 years earlier and was the one who contacted a therapist. That therapist, according to her, was the one who reported the matter to authorities. But according to Royce, the situation runs deeper. She says she's been reporting troubling behavior since Braylon was very young. She even claims a judge, who some sources whispered might have ties to Dwight, threatened to take Braylon away from her if she didn't stop speaking up. That's when fans started connecting the dots, speculating that Braylon's actions could be tied to growing up around Dwight's world and possibly seeing some questionable scenes with his party guests. And just to add more fuel to the gossip fire, old videos started resurfacing showing Dwight getting unusually handsy with his teammates. Fans claim this kind of behavior was normalized around him, which might be why other players stayed quiet. One clip from his Houston Rockets days even shows Dwight reaching for teammate Isaiah Canaan's crotch on the court. Then came the wilder rumors. Whispers that Dwight and Diddy may have partied together in a very private way. Some sources say Diddy allegedly got interested in Dwight after Dwight helped organize Diddy's Valentine's Day All-Star Tip-Off back in 2014. At the time, singer TQ posted a promo shot for the event and interestingly enough tagged only 2 people, Diddy and Dwight Howard, with the caption, "Diddy and Dwight Howard tonight, Diddy's Valentine's Day All-Star Tip-Off." So now, with all this history swirling around, Dwight's sudden engagement to Amy Luciani has people giving major side-eye. Many are asking if Amy genuinely doesn't know about the rumors tied to Dwight's name, or if she's simply playing the role of his public image partner to keep the narrative clean. Either way, this happily ever after announcement has turned into one of the messiest talking points of the year. And just when everyone thought the engagement buzz might finally cool off, a fresh wave of rumors hit the scene. Social media detectives started digging into Amy Luciani's past, and what they found has the internet split. Old clips from her reality TV days resurfaced, showing her in heated arguments with ex-boyfriends, making some fans question if this new love story is really built to last. Others started pointing out that Amy once hinted she'd never settle for someone who couldn't be completely honest. So now people are asking, does that mean she already knows everything about Dwight, or is she in for a rude awakening? Meanwhile, NBA gossip pages started posting unverified tea, claiming certain teams might be more open to giving Dwight another shot now that he's publicly in a committed relationship. Some even say the engagement could have been timed to line up with behind-the-scenes talks about him making a comeback. One insider-style account posted, "This is chess, not checkers. Don't think for a second this move wasn't calculated."
Dwight on my page. You're not. That's why y'all notice, did y'all notice when we first got together, I was posting and I was so happy and it was black love and I was so happy. And then I was reading the comments. People was actually adding my husband's name to talk about him. You have your opinions. I know my husband. I know who I married. Y'all don't know who I married. I don't know who y'all married. So I wanted to really show my life and the changes. But people were so negative and so nasty that I was like, maybe I gotta turn to that girl who don't show y'all nothing.
Adding more spice to the drama, a few party promoters have been hinting that Dwight's private events haven't stopped. They've just gone deeper underground. A promoter who claims to have worked with Dwight told a blog, "The faces change, the locations change, but the vibe, same as it ever was." That single statement had fans debating if Dwight is living a double life, balancing public romance with his own private world. And now Amy's own social media activity is under the microscope. She's been liking cryptic posts about protecting your peace and not caring what the world thinks. Some followers think it's shade at the gossip, while others believe it's a subtle sign she's already aware of the storm around her fiancé. Either way, with wedding talk in the air, Dwight and Amy are now at the center of one of the most talked about celebrity relationship sagas of the year, and by the looks of it, this story is far from over. So here we are. After all the lawsuits, party rumors, resurfaced videos, and eyebrow-raising connections, Dwight Howard's love life has turned into a full-blown headline machine. His engagement to Amy Luciani has people picking sides like it's a championship game, some rooting for true love, others convinced there's a hidden playbook being run behind the scenes. Is Amy really walking into this blind? Or is she fully aware of Dwight's past and simply doesn't care what the world thinks? Maybe this is love against all odds. Or maybe it's one of the most calculated PR moves the NBA's ever seen. Either way, fans can't stop talking, and every new photo or post from the couple gets dissected like a game-winning shot in overtime. What makes it even juicier is how both Dwight and Amy seem unfazed by the chatter. Dwight's been moving like he's got nothing to prove, while Amy's posts keep mixing romance with those cryptic, protect your peace vibes. If that's their way of controlling the narrative, it's working. Because people can't stop guessing what's really going on. So what's your take on Dwight's engagement? Is Amy in the dark about all the rumors, or is there more to their relationship than meets the eye? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear all the theories. And hey, if you've been following this roller coaster from the start, you already know the tea just keeps getting hotter. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss a single update on this and all your other favorite celebrity scandals. I'll see you on the next one, and trust me, you're gonna want to click the next video that's about to pop up on your screen. It's packed with even more jaw-dropping celebrity drama you won't believe, and you definitely don't want to miss it.